there's only two types of women: women in therapy and women who need to be.
What? Whoa.
All women are crazy. I'm one of them. I'm sure I would know. I mean,
I just have to just. And there is a girl. Her channel name is Penguin and Pals that you've been letting on your panel, and so has Surviving the Storms. And basically, this Penguin and Pals girl the other day on Surviving the Storms panel, and Dorothy did correct her and say, no, we shouldn't do that. She's promoting calling people's jobs, which has been done to me multiple times. She's promoting starting channels and Facebook groups, plastering people's pictures up that they don't like and saying how horrible they are, and why people shouldn't talk to them or watch them, stuff like that, and that they should call the news stations and plaster their faces all over the news and their names. So basically, Penguin and Pals is promoting doxing, calling people's jobs, going real life on people, when that's what these people are against, and that's what we're trying to quit in the community.
Either say congrats or keep your mouth shut.
Just
keep your mouth shut. Like why does it need to go that far? I don't get that. If they know that they don't like her and it's well known, they should just keep their mouth shut. It's truly that simple. Well, and they don't get it.
She's not even saying they need to keep their mouth shut. Just about the baby.
Right. That's right.
Well, she takes it.
I was hearing how disgusting that chat was. That was a really bad chat. And for them to call her out about her being a grandmother, that's none of their business. The baby is none of their business. Her daughter is none of your business.
So sad.
It's getting to the point where I'm almost wondering if she, do people need cease and desist letters? Is that what it's going to come down to?
It needs to go to the level of protective order.
You're right. Cease and desist. It's literally just piece of paper. There's been a few that people have sent out here and there, but you do have to go the route that I did, and that's sad.
But
sad.
Tasha could probably get it where this person clearly said they hope this child doesn't make it to the point of life. That's threatening.
Yeah, that's so disgusting.
Yeah.
I mean, I just feel for her, like for one human being to another. That's ridiculous. Yeah. And I had something similar done to me. Not quite this, but something grotesque. And there are limits and there are legal ramifications to what people say. And I think it's time to start handing out them cease and desist letters.
Nope, that doesn't work. It needs to be like a protective order.
Yeah.
Or an injunction of harassment. Yeah.
Right.
It's all fun and games till you get a protective order. That's all, it's all fun and games until you have to explain yourself. Oh, you said what? To Johnny Law, that it's so ridiculous. I can't believe that it's come down to that, but I don't think there's any other avenue at this point.
If you don't mind me asking, when this happened to you, I know, how did you deal with it when you were presented with this situation?
Not well. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm still bitter about it. I don't think any amount of sorry will ever make what happened to me better. Me personally, and I'm going to be very, very honest. I was upset, and I don't want to say the internet made me cry, but that day,
Something so personal was that one you were supposed to be so happy about, but also something so personal where you did lose it was put on display and put out there, and that I completely understand that hurts you. That makes you not only relive it as you're already living it because you went through it, but then you relive it when other people start throwing it out there, and it does. It hurts.
Well, when it first happened, it was more shock. It was more like, this can't be real. This isn't me. This isn't happening. And then I had to watch it like 8 times to like get over the shock value. And then it went to sadness, and then it went to just pure rage.
Right.
And then now I'm to the point where it's more bitterness. It's more just that nasty bitterness that kind of eats at you a bit. Like I will never be friends with that person. I don't wish anything good for that person, if I'm just being completely honest. I think too that karma's a bitch, and it comes for everyone.
Oh yeah.
I think that these people are going to get their karma. I really do feel that way. I mean, to write that you hope that the baby don't make it, like, who the hell do you think you are? Like, I almost want to like just print their face on the news. Find out, but the problem is you get people who get very, very comfortable behind the keyboard, and it's easy to write the most nasty, sadistic things. I literally did, I was looking up trollers, and did you know that experts are now starting to say that some of them, not all, but some, have like a sadistic nature to them? Sadistic.
I compare it to almost like the stalker behavior of a real life stalker, that they have to up the ante and go even further and further for that same satisfaction. And it's pure evil, sadistic, like you're saying, and it feeds that. But to get the same satisfaction, they have to up it to do worse and worse and worse things. And now they're going for infants, I guess.
Well, it's really gross. And I think in particular to whoever wrote that you hope the baby didn't make it. If you're out there and you fucking wrote that shit, you know what? I hope your face gets plastered on social media or the news, because people have a right to know what kind of monster and sicko you really are. I'm so sick of people doing the most heinous, disgusting things behind the computer screen.
And a great idea I had. Listen, you're right. We should start a little channel that's called the Awareness Channel, and we put up awareness notices. Just still shot aware, be aware of, and then just list the behaviors in the channel or the account name, and let's fucking start exposing these mofos.
Sadly, that's what's going to need to happen. And I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. You write something that gross, you deserve to be exposed. You deserve it. You have it coming. That's karma. And I'm not going to feel any bit bad about, oh, they can't believe they doxed me. I don't want to hear that shit.
Well, any doxing. Whatever their account bubble is, that's the photo. Or if they're a content creator and that person takes to camera, you can use that image because they did that voluntarily. And nothing beyond YouTube.
Yeah, that I agree with. But I'm just saying to the point where it's just time, man. Like, it's getting to the point where the law needs to come in. The law. Because this is getting way too far. And here's the thing. It's one thing when you fight with an adult. Okay? It's kind of like goes with that saying, like, you can talk some shit to me, you can call me a name, but don't mention my kids. Don't mention my grandkids. That is legit. I feel strongly on that. People don't know how to, and they do it to get a reaction. And then they're mad. Then they're, how dare you react to this, Natasha, is what they're doing. Poke, 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 and then they get mad at her for a reaction? No, F them.
I agree.
It's making me so mad because I just have no tolerance for that. That's ridiculous. People commenting on that. First of all, her daughter is nobody's business. And if you don't like her, keep your mouth shut. Just keep your mouth shut. Why can't they do that? That's not her. That has nothing to do with nothing. I don't get it. I mean, do you guys get it? I don't get it.
No, and it's good that you don't get it. That means you don't like that.
No, hell no.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I'm happy for her. I'm happy she's having a grandbaby. Okay, congratulations. Seriously, congratulations. It's a good moment. You know what? And it makes me really, really sad because imagine if it wasn't, like, if it was a funeral or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, they would have picked at her no matter what it was. And it's getting to the point where they're so desperate for freaking views and content that they're willing to do whatever they can. And I'm sorry, but this is outrageous behavior. And here's the thing. People that do this kind of behavior, they don't want their boss or their family to know what they're saying. You think that somebody's boss will be okay with you writing, oh, I hope that baby doesn't make it?
Right.
I mean, nobody would be okay with that.
And they went and
do
walk
this
around
because they're behind a screen.
Right, and they went and walk around in their office with their coworkers saying about their other coworker, they're not really pregnant or they're not really having a baby. Because they'd be fine.
Oh, yeah. It's just so ew. It's like it just makes me sick. That's trifling behavior. And they don't do that in their real lives with people who they're interacting with. They do this because they're behind the keyboard.
Absolutely.
They had something like this happen where they had trollers that were wishing for this news anchor to die. And they found out where those people lived and they put them on the news and they had the news anchor confront them like, hey, why did you write A, B, and C? And all of them had no idea even why they wrote it. They just were like, oh, I don't know. Maybe that's what needs to happen. Maybe they need to be on the news, have somebody come out and interview them. That'd be funny. That'd get them where they live. That'd be some justice. That'd be some good justice, really.
That would actually, you actually gave me a good idea. And somebody else did. They said, you're dealing with this and you're being called a catfish and all this crap. Why not actually contact catfish? Because, it was just a suggestion. And I was like, well, I could, but would they handle something like this? It's not like a relationship thing. But I think you're right. The news does need to know. Absolutely.
And you know what I almost wonder? If they need to make a TV show called Trolling Trollers, like an actual TV show where they get the trollers. And I'm not talking all of them, because some of them are like funny jokes, but I'm talking the really mean ones. Like the one that wrote that about the baby. Hell yeah, expose them for that person.
There was a brief show. I think it only lasted for one season. I'll look it up, but it was supposed to be like a catfish spinoff on MTV, and they did do one where people were actually confronting their trollers, and it only lasted for about a month. But I thought that was a great idea. It is a good idea.
They should have kept it. Mm-hmm. They should have kept it because trolling now is getting so outrageous. It's getting to the point where I wonder if social media, like when you register into account, first of all, I think that they should have background checks before you get an account on social media. And I think that when you get accounts, you should put like your full info, like your social security numbers. And I'll tell you why. Because I'm sick to death of seeing predators online. I'm sick to death of seeing trollers online. I'm sick to death of people doing outrageous content and then they get another account and do it behind the screen. Like the wanting to know about the baby and this one about Natasha. It's all, enough is enough. Enough is enough.
On Facebook, to make it to where you're like, hey, this is actually my account, there is a verification process where you can send them your driver's license, and they will they'll send you something in the mail, and then you'll have to put in a code, but your driver's license will be attached to your Facebook in case anybody like clones you or trolls you or does something like that to you. But it takes about 2 weeks for the entire process to happen. And then we're all over here on YouTube, and YouTube is just like, oh, well, you didn't use the correct wording to get our AI or our system to recognize it, so we're just immediately just going to throw you out.
Right.
Well, it should also help with predators and human traffickers as well. How many times have we seen young girls on the news because they got catfished by someone? It needs, and sadly, it needs to happen on YouTube as well. It just needs to. They need to develop something. And I know that YouTube here might be different than another country, but I just think it's getting to the point where it's getting that out of hand. We're having too many people, not just kids. Do you know how many people harm themselves because of online, this harassment? People literally get ruined. Like, honestly, I was at a really low point in it, and normally I don't let this bother me, but I literally cried after what happened to me. You think that's easy for someone like me to admit that someone else on the internet made me cry?
I've been there. I know it's
I'm
not
not that
easy.
kind of person. Anyone who knows me knows I'm not that kind of person. And I cried over what happened to me. I literally cried. So, yeah, something needs to happen.
Yeah, I've seen some real hurtful stuff happen to people. Like, it's unbelievable.
Willow
And
Blossom.
for people who don't know, I don't mind telling what happened to me. For people who don't know, it was horrible. I didn't announce that I was pregnant. I
Right.
didn't announce it publicly. And I had a miscarriage because I have problems with fertility. I don't know if people know about endometriosis. But then I had another creator, who was like buddy with a troller that didn't like me. I don't even know how, like, I only told 2 people. I told 2 people. And sadly, you can't trust no one. But they went ahead and they made it public. They made it public on YouTube. And then they were saying shit like it was my fault. So believe me, I know how, I really feel for how you women are feeling, including Natasha. And I think it's getting to a point where it's like the law needs to come in. These people need to be exposed for the bad behavior. And I'm sick of seeing it. I'm totally sick of seeing it.
It wasn't always like this.
No. Well, I mean, I think we're also having so many young people hurt themselves. And it's not just young people. You know, there was a 13-year-old that recently passed away because of this.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was
13.
his name? I think I heard about that.
I think he might have been younger than 13, a young boy.
Let's see.
But yeah, people just need to stop.
Willow, what were you writing? Because she, read that, Jess, whatever Willow was, you were going to read Willow's?
Willow said, I just can't with the hypocrisy of these people, and they think they are saints and do nothing wrong. Put all the blame on one person to incite hate and dehumanize and rake in super chats.
Mom's name is this. How about we search up your mom or something crazy like that? Could you imagine how you'd be roasted? You'd be roasted. And I'm not saying to do that, by the way. I don't want that turned. I'm not saying to do that. I'm saying an example.
If you are doing that as well, you can't kvetch about it.
Exactly.
You can't be posting people's pictures and then being like, oh my God, they posted my picture.
Exactly. 100%.
You know, so
Right. 100.
It also, I guess, depends if I feel like there's a difference between a reactive person who reacts when something outrageous is done to them versus someone who goes out of their way to do that. You know what I mean? Like, there's a big difference
Right.
between the two.
No, I
Like,
agree.
you get some of them out there where you'll disagree with them on panel and then they post your kid. I personally have only gone real life on 2 individuals, but in my defense, and I will say this, not only do I not regret it, I don't lose a wink of sleep about it, because again, it's one thing if you do something with me, but if you're going to take a picture of my kid or anything with him, that's like, that crosses that proverbial line where it's like I turn into a real bitch after that. Like, if that makes any sense, like, you guys get what I'm saying. Like, it's one thing if me and you argue on a panel.
but still, you're opening up the floodgates. Once you do it, you can't
You're right.
undo it.
Oh, you're
You know?
right. Once you do it, you can't undo it. But my point still stands that I consider myself a reactive person, and that there is a line that people have, and I kind of, if you cross the line with me, you'll have that line crossed back with you kind of mentality that I have. But again, that's only when
Especially with your
comes-
children.
well, yes.
Yeah.
And that's another thing too. Only that proverbial line, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can
But also,
have,
even like talking about this is not entertaining. Like,
Yeah.
so whenever I hear people on these like streams being like, "Oh my God, this and doxing and CPS and this and this," like it's not entertaining. The audience doesn't want to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that shit.
Okay, so let's go back to cancel culture. What do we got to pull up? By the way, guys, I am
Retarded. we know.
retarded when it comes to this
You
stuff.
can't use the R word, by the way. Don't use that word.
I wasn't describing a people. I was describing me.
Oh my goodness.
I want to hear from the gynecologist more. I got to pull this one up.
Which one? Yeah.
Have you been a bad girl?
Yeah.
I don't mean the bedroom.
Oh.
So I want to hear more of that.
Okay. So I went real life on the two broads that did that to our son's photo.
Oh, by all means.
I know, right?
Go
High five.
after family. Hey, you bring it on me, you bring it on my wife. That's fine.
Roseanne got canceled.
My point exactly.
Roseanne? I'm trying to think of
Again,
celebrities.
you don't have to agree with them. You know how to take care of that? Don't watch the show.
Well, how can
Any
cancel?
other
Remember
show?
when she got canceled?
Oh,
Aunt
yeah.
Jemima, the foods.
Hey.
What?
Uncle Ben, another one.
Yeah.
Did not.
So we got Aunt Jemima,
We're going
Uncle Ben,
to-
who else?
We're going to erase all the bad things that we did with slavery in our culture by erasing Uncle Ben and Aunt Jemima and things like that, because that'll take
Wait,
care
Aunt
of
Jemima was
that. That's a throwback to slavery.
how?
The same reason.
Aunt Jemima?
Yes, that's how people saw it.
Really?
Yes,
Aunt Jemima? But her pancakes were delicious.
for sure. But yes, just
I've only doxed 2 people, but some real life dox, whatever you want to call it.
Was at a funeral from their
No.
family member.
What? I died and I was going to a funeral that morning and you did it that morning. The same
Oh my
morning.
god. Well, that I went real life on. Again, I'm not denying it. Went real life on 2 people. Did multiple things. From
Like what?
making fun of, like, of course, the TBI that I have, the half brain jokes that you made.
No, there were half
that you
Brian
made in the
jokes.
chat.
Can I
Cry about
respond?
it.
Can I respond
Cry
to
about
that?
it.
Because
I mean,
we
it's
didn't
just
make
a
fun of the
nice
half
answer.
brain. We made fun of the Brian because you spelled it wrong. You oh Jesus, I
Could you
can't.
go real life because people call you a couple names?
Can I
Seriously?
answer? Or is like, or you
No,
just
because you're
you?
trying to do the elaborate answer. Just yes or no. Just let's do a
Yes or no.
cross-examination. Who did you go real life on?
cross-examination.
Yes, who did you go real life on? names.
Squishy and Georgia.
Okay, so is it true that you went real life on Georgia while she was at her father's funeral?
That is incorrect.
No, that is correct.
That is
Bartender,
definitely
can you
incorrect.
maybe elaborate? Can you help me in this? Because there's proof, right?
No, you're
I'm
incorrect.
asking bartender, so shut up.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Jesus
I don't know
Christ,
about
like
that.
I'm trying to enjoy my breakfast here, but
It's correct that Penguin did contact Georgia during the time that she was dealing with her father passing away and the funeral. And there is absolutely proof of it.
Thank you, bartender.
you take a picture of my son and try to make it sexual.
And did that happen?
Did not
Did
happen.
that
It
happen?
absolutely
Did
happened.
said
There's a
picture?
screenshot of it. It
Did said
absolutely
picture?
happened.
Hey,
Absolutely.
penguin.
Absolutely.
Did said
Your
picture?
bartender saying
Did
it.
it happen?
It
Did that picture?
absolutely happened.
Oh, bartender?
That did not happen.
All right, we're
Thank
gonna
you.
prove her a liar. Here we go. I
Yeah,
have,
because
I have
go
the screenshot.
And make up stories.
Listen, there is a picture. I will absolutely that there is a picture of your son that was in a group chat,
Go
but
on.
not made into a sexual picture like you try to claim.
Where are they going to?
There
They
was
said
no
put my
sexual
son's
picture.
face on his
Hi,
body. The fact that
sweetie.
you guys
Hey.
Squishy.
There was no sexual picture. There
Yeah,
was a
there
picture.
is.
Oh my god, who can I send this fucking screenshot to that can place it on the screen because I'm on
Send
my
it to
fucking
Rada.
phone?
You guys get his
There was a
picture and think that
goddamn
we have
picture.
an idea.
Wait,
Oh,
no.
it's Rada.
Sequin, are you okay if they put it up? If
Oh,
I don't want
The
to put.
child is like he's blurred out.
Yeah, that's fine.
It was
then.
on her
I
fucking
just
Instagram.
as long as Penguin agrees, that's fine. I
If
mean, it's
he's
not my
blurred,
channel,
that's
but
fine,
I just don't want to be up here if it's
Oh,
wrong.
God.
Sexualization.
Yeah, I don't
There's a
even like-
comment that somebody's face should be placed over her kid's face.
Yeah.
How is that
How's
sexualized?
that sexualizing?
Was there ever a picture made, Penguin? No, there fucking wasn't. Why did you call the fucking CPS on me? Why did you call the cops on me? Why did you contact my ex, you fucking crazy psychotic bitch?
Because you had people on your panel for multiple reasons.
But
You
real
had
life
people-
on me.
you go real life?
People were talking about me on
Can I
YouTube.
finish?
Cry about it.
Crazy
Oh,
shit.
poor penguin. Half
You go
brain.
real life about YouTube. Fucking idiot.
Never made comments about your brain injury. I've never done anything about
Hold
you.
on,
Had
hold on a
people
minute,
on
hold
the
on,
phone from you.
You guys just said that you call her half Brian, but Flower Pot just called her half brain.
It's
I
half-brain.
have never called her
Yeah,
any
you
of
did.
that.
Yeah, you did.
No,
Prove
You
it
guys
with your
did
fucking
multiple
half-ass
times.
goddamn fucking receipts, you stupid piece of shit.
You guys
No, I
did
just heard it,
multiple
though.
times.
And we need it right now. Like right now.
No, I'm saying I think we just heard
Justin
it.
and I have
Prove
Bring
your
the
shit.
evidence.
Don't make claims without fucking receipts.
You guys did. You had
Bring
people
the
on your panel.
evidence,
You can't
Penguin.
say you
Bring the
guys.
evidence.
Penguin, you can't say you guys. It wasn't Squishy. It might have been me and Dutch, but it wasn't Squishy.
You have
If you
it on
can't
your
take
panel.
someone calling you fucking half brain and you go real life,
My ex and called the fucking
no one
cops
went real
on
life
me
on you.
because of somebody
Yeah, you
that I
did.
had on my fucking panel. You
Who
are
went real life
fucking
on you,
nuts.
Penguin?
I told you,
Nuts.
Squishy and Georgia.
No, they
That
didn't.
I went real life on.
Didn't you crazy
Let's see
psychotic
the
bitch?
proof.
I went
Let's see
real
the
life
proof.
on Monas in December 2020.
I
Not
did. I
you.
did go
Not
through it
ever.
live. didn't. I have never gone real life on you. You have been crazy since September 2020, and I have stayed the fuck away from you.
You're fucking obsessed with Georgia.
But yeah, no
I have a
reason to
question.
go real life on me other than that you thought I was Stephanie Greer.
Yeah.
My stalking
Why are
account
you
is
guys
Shelby
taking
fucking
pictures of my
Ball.
kid?
Can I ask a question real quick?
Why are you calling CPS?
Someone is asking a question. Someone has a question.
I just need a point of clarity. Penguin, how is the apple Danish doing? Is that pretty good still?
It actually is. It actually is.
Okay, carry on.
Thank you.
Proceed. Can I just say something quick? Because Penguin, twice now you've tried to like drag me into this situation with you and Squishy and everybody else. And I mean, I hope you could sit and say that I've done everything that I can to really try to stay out of it. So 2 days ago, you left a comment on my channel with regard to this situation, and you wanted me to disavow my friends.
Yeah, I
So
think
I'm gonna say
because
to you,
I saw.
He's not done talking, Penguin. Shut up.
I'm going to say to you that I would like you to leave me out of your issues with my friends, because I don't. Okay, and I said this to you a year ago, and I'm saying this to you again. I don't want no part of it because I wasn't around when it started. And your issues with my friends, how they treat you, is because of a fight that you as a grown adult consensually put yourself in. I don't want no part of it, so leave me out of it. Okay?
And stop putting their kids' names in chat.
Yeah, stop leaving Georgia's kids' names on my fucking channel. Stop commenting with her kids' names. You are
You're
crazy.
obsessed,
You are
You're fucking
obsessed.
psychotic.
Obsessed.
Yes, I'm crazy then.
How many
You're
stalking
doxing
charges
kids'
have you been
names?
charged with?
Say
Yeah,
comments.
doxing them in every chat she gets.
What? What's
But we're still
wrong
not
with
going
you?
real life on her.
Why
We're
would
not
you dox
stooping
a
down to her
child?
fucking level.
Like there are people in chat right now who thinks that we are obsessed with Penguin. They have the facts wrong because Bartender has been friends
not
with
really.
Naklo and Rada for
You called
longer than
CPS on
Penguin has
someone.
been here.
Admittedly.
What was the reasoning that you called CPS? I want to know that.
Yeah, that's hardcore. That's hardcore.
What the hell's
Why
wrong
did
with
you
you?
call CPS on Squishy?
There's no
Multiple
reason.
reasons.
There's no reason.
Was it because
No,
you
I
were
wanna-
losing
I
an
wanna
internet
hear what
argument
you
and you got your
have to say. I wanna
fifis
It
fucking
had nothing to do with an internet argument.
So why? I want to hear what you
Yeah,
have to say.
what's your reasoning? What do you think is validating for you to call CPS to?
This was sent by Georgia and them. Let's see how you ladies really are. Shall we? Everyone can see that, right? That was stuff about his kids. That was stuff about his kids. Yeah, they wanted to make like my son's face on like Michael Long's body. Like they're creeps, man. Like who does that?
Our child's live is still public right now. So we tagged her in it. Her live stream's public. If you go into a live stream within a couple of minutes of going into that live stream, there's about 10 people bashed, 10 multiple people from different communities. And in there, the husband is called a pig repeatedly, more than once. It's a continuous pattern throughout the live stream. In my messenger, all the way down the fucking messages.
Look,
Oh, look
Georgia
at it, Georgia. Let's put a man, let's change and put that as a man. Why does
Look,
it
To call the cops, to call family members. Tell us.
Because that was exactly done to me by those
No,
two.
I did it to my mom.
Do you have proof?
I've
Do you have
admitted
proof,
to
Penguin,
everything
that
I've
someone
done.
did it to you?
I would like to
Do you
see
have
this proof. I would like to see this proof.
Yeah, we need
Show the
receipts.
proof. Show the
Yeah,
proof right now.
we need
I'd love to
receipts.
see the proof, Penguin.
Hold on, Penguin, you called CPS out of revenge. You didn't actually find any problem with Squishy's parenting or any video that was damning to her, harming kids in any way, shape, or form. It was out of revenge. Oh, somebody did it to me, so I got to do it to them. That is the stupidest thing I've fucking heard in a while. You wasted time of government officials because you had a petty fucking revenge thing over the internet. What's wrong with you?
She also wanted to email Georgia's kid's school a video of Georgia and tell him, and she wanted to get him kicked out of college. There's
Did I
that
do
one.
it?
What?
Did I do
Oh,
it?
did you do it?
No.
We don't know if you did it, didn't we?
Notice how your
Maybe
demeanor really
you did.
changed, Penguin. Like, you were so bubbly and happy when you were going at Amanda. Now you're just slunk in your chair. Your voice is all
No, but
fucking
she
low
can't
and
do
shit.
it.
Eating breakfast, leave her alone. She's trying to
Elephant
Me,
in this
just like
case.
you are right after I had a miscarriage, and then you guys went on.
Oh, I didn't know about that. So you
No one knew about
cannot blame me for anything about that.
No, I
cannot
didn't.
know
I was
about
at
it
work that day. I was not anywhere.
Penguin, did you ever plan to apologize to Squishy Cat for calling CPS? I mean, you admitted that you did it. You're like unashamed that you did it. Do you feel like no remorse for doing something like that?
Oh no, her and her hubby high-fived each other the other day for doing it. And she also, she wants me to lose my job. She wants to come and stand in front of my house. It's just a little creepy, a little creep factor-ish for me.
Squishy, do you have a gun? Did you
No, I live in Canada.
Canada doesn't allow guns.
No such thing as guns in Canada.
They can
That is
only
so
kill you with
fucking stupid.
excuses.
Okay, so
Call CPS, yes.
Yeah, she admitted that. She high-fived that. Yeah.
That's really scary. Like, I don't, I mean, do you agree, Penguin, you wouldn't want that done to you, right?
It already was.
Do you normally spit on
Please
the government?
provide proof I did that
No
to you,
proof.
Penguin, because I never have.
Dude, I just
Proof.
dropped it in the.
No, you didn't.
my
You put your
God.
fucking live up.
That's a lot.
So you have a military husband, but you're sitting there abusing the government by using it to attack people that you get in an internet argument with?
It didn't happen that way.
It literally
Yeah,
did.
it
It literally did.
No.
Yeah, it
really
did. Penguin, you cannot make up the narrative at this point. The narrative is out there.
Chicky, if she thinks she's justified in any of this, she is goddamn retarded.
Someone called her a couple names.
No, that wasn't it, and you know it.
You just we were
Penguin, I'm still waiting for you to show proof of me going real life on you. I've been waiting for, I think it's 6 months now. So let's go. This is because I never have. Because you have always been crazy since the beginning when you were in everybody's inbox, and I've stayed the fuck away from you.
Or on
I
panels.
was even half nice to you when you dropped yourself in my inbox. I blocked you after you admitted to contacting Georgia's kid.
Don't forget the pen.
This penguin person just like showed up, I want to say like 4 or 5 days ago, and just kind of started acclimating with the rest of, like, I guess, the community. And like I saw that one stream that you were backstage and you were livid, you know, in the private chat saying all this shit. No, she wouldn't. I was right there with you. I was reading the whole fucking thing.
But she can debate anybody.
She should debate. Well, no. What she should do is debate the government on why she wasted their fucking time.
Yeah, that's CPS, the RCMP. You can also actually, my ex blocked you in like every way possible because you're fucking crazy. But you should also send him an apology for wasting his time.
Yeah, really. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So, are you like gathering your evidence right now, Penguin?
Are you still
But I don't understand why it takes you so long to get this evidence. Usually, when I have like things I need to prove, I have them within a matter of seconds ready to screen share. Is that not?
If someone truly went real life on you, wouldn't you like make an evidence folder on your computer and have it ready?
If the tables were turned, like, she would be just as pissed as the squishy cat is. She knows that.
Oh,
like, come on now.
Yeah, but she's making it look like people went real life on her and called CPS on her. But there's
She
no
just admitted she called CPS on me because I had Georgia on my panel.
Yeah, and she cannot prove that anybody of our community went real life on her and called CPS because nobody did, and it's anonymous. Someone in your chat actually works for CPS and says that it's anonymous, so there's no way of getting that information. So where's the proof? Burden of proof is on her. If you want to blame someone for going real life on you and want them to take accountability, show fucking receipts.
Like, I've already been waiting. Like, it's gonna come when it ever comes.
Yeah, I gotta say, Penguin, this is not a good look in any way, shape, or form. You haven't proven anything, and you just look like a jackass. I mean, do you really have anything to say for yourself? Are you embarrassed, or are you just going to carry on the same fucking
better
attitude?
yet, do you want to apologize to Squishy Face over here?
Yeah, probably not, especially if you're high-fiving a fucking Eiffel Tower and your fucking boyfriend about this shit.
There's no proof.
I don't regret what I did.
Oh.
There we go. There we go.
You don't regret calling CPS, contacting my ex, or calling the cops on me because I had somebody
No,
on
there's
my
a lot
panel.
to it that you guys
And you don't regret.
Please provide proof where I went real life on you.
And you don't regret calling someone's family while they were at a funeral, burying them.
Georgia was burying her
Hold on,
fucking
Polly.
her whole demeanor changed. She doesn't.
Exactly, the voice, everything. It's like she just went from...
She is shut down. She's shut down.
Yeah, you basically have someone who is like enjoying, like, you know, some gushers, and now you just like throwing some Brussels sprouts. I don't want to talk about it. Okay, so Penguin, can you cam up, please, so we can see the humiliation on your face and how embarrassed you are as a person?
I'm not embarrassed.
And say you're sorry to Squishy.
I was really hoping for a sorry. I was really hoping for man. That's when.
Oh, they wanted to put a grown man on his face and make it look like
It's
I
a
was
joke in passing.
It's not a fucking joke.
You had
Yeah,
that,
Hermione.
right?
What's up, Steph?
I'm hoping we won't look like this. So what are you trying to show proof of that? We called you half, Brian?
Tormund's being cute right now.
Sidewalk.
You guys want
Okay,
to
that's Tormund.
make fun of the brain stuff? Come on
Sasquatch's
now.
Big Lizard. He can't help but show his Big Lizard all over YouTube. He likes his Big Lizard.
So it better stop. And that's the warning. Because it's okay to make jokes about me. I'm an adult. Like, am I behind? What's funny about that? Oh, she got him a Kit Kat. Oh, there she get him a Kit Kat. Like, what's so funny? I don't understand what's so funny about that.
There's nothing funny about it. There's nothing funny. They're just assholes. That's how they are. They're jealous, first of all, because you're talking to somebody and you are articulate, intelligent, you're sweet, you're kind, you've got, you know, good things to offer and bring to the table, and they're jealous. That's exactly how it is. Penguin, you have to just keep being you and do not pay attention. Do you know the people, or
yeah, I know.
are they anonymous?
Oh, I know who they are. Oh, I know. No, I know who they are. But it's like, I don't understand the funniness of it, and it's like calling me stupid for like wanting to do that. And it's like, what pisses me off is they haven't helped. These particular people do nothing but cause pain for anybody. I've never private chat, or can we not do that on here?
I don't know if we could put photos in there.
I don't know either. But I wanted to give you like an idea, but I didn't want you to screen share it. But can you see it if I like click to screen share? That way you could see what I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Girl, you're gonna lose your mind. It's I just don't have tolerance for that. That's just like, make fun of me, whatever. I'm an adult. I can handle it, whatever. But don't. There's just certain things you don't make fun of.
No, it's on the screen.
Yep. There's loads of them. There's loads of them that are worse. So yeah, there's that. I'll send them to you that way.
just easier for me. But yeah, I just you know, the whole thing with the Mrs. P with the, she called that girl like fake or whatever it was. Didn't want to help her. I didn't like
Madison.
that. Yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like that one bit. And it's like, so, did you hear what I did about that?
No. What did you do? Hi.
Well, I sent the GoFundMe. I sent an email out to Baltimore local news station, and I gave that clip of what she said to it too. Maybe she'll be on the news. I think that bad behavior like that needs to start getting exposed. I'm sorry, that's bad behavior.
I agree. I think that showing, you know, to say, hey, this person is consistently doing A, B, and C. Why aren't you guys seeing this? Like YouTube is allowing a lot of abuse to be had on the platform. They say, hey, they wash their hands of it. It's even clearly in the guidelines. They have nothing to do with it. It's all on us. This is our thing. So we have to take ownership. And if it means that we're going to sit here and do, you know, A, B, and C to get attention and views, well, eventually someone's going to have to take it on a personal level and bring it. And I mean legally. I don't mean physically. I mean legally, someone would have to bring it on a physical on that level and say, I have to sue them. You know, like get them cease and desist. You know, get them to a restraining order, those kinds of things, just to get them to like a gag order, basically.
Do they think it's funny? Like, I know that some of them live in Canada. Like, my dad always goes on like ski trips out there and stuff. I'm tempted to just go with him and just stand outside their house. I shouldn't say that, but you know, just to be funny, just to, hi girls. You don't want to. I just want her to lose her job for this. This is. She works in the medical care field, right? She needs to lose her job.
No, Squishy don't. Squishy works at, I believe it's accountants. I'll double check it though. But
there's no way that she's should be pulling this up on her work computer, whatever.
No.
She needs to lose her job.